Happy Wellness Tuesday. It's Tuesday, not Wednesday. How are you guys? Yes, life can be stressful times sometimes, and you forget what day of the week it is again. I knew it was Tuesday because I just got back from paddleboarding this morning. And so let's talk about, I'm going to bring on my friend Joni, and she is going to share with us how she has changed things up. Stuff, like not everybody needs to or is concerned about losing weight. Some people are concerned about gaining weight. Some people are concerned about maintaining that healthy, whatever it is that's healthy for your body. And Joni, oh my gosh, I have watched your journey over the last couple of years in changing, and even in the midst of your storm, your nutritional gaps have been filled in, and you have totally changed your appearance. You look
Yeah,
beautiful. I haven't seen you in forever. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's life is crazy, and you say storm, man, it can turn into a hurricane real quick.
Yeah, and the fact you lost your home during that hurricane. Oh, Joni, God bless. So, guys, her family has been through family of six, right?
Seven.
Seven
Yeah.
has been through so much since the fall, and they are trying to regain some sanity, if you will, and they are now in reconstruction mode. Joni, just kind of give us an update, but you're also going through cancer.
Yes.
Dang.
In a clinical trial. So, for everybody that doesn't know me, I'm Joni. I am a mom to six beautiful children, ranging from the ages of 18 and a half to forever 17 days.
Mm.
Um, And yeah, so back in July of last year, after about 2 years, and let me apologize, I want to stay out of the sun as much as possible and
Right.
try and find a place to be still for a minute here. So yeah, back in August, I'm sorry, July, I went for a follow-up. I was
Mm-hmm.
under surveillance for 2.5 years. I have been diagnosed with metastatic malignant melanoma, stage 4C1, and I had received 2 years of NED. There was no cancer detected. And back in June, let me back up a little bit more. In December of 2021, they thought that they saw a tiny bit of growth.
Right.
And so we did a PET scan and everything in February, and we were told absolutely no cancer detected. And then come April, there was, again, the CAT scans showed small growth, very tiny amount. And then by June, um, there was tumors, 4 lesions.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had one last immunotherapy that they wanted me to try. So I went through 4 rounds or 4 cycles, and the tumors were still growing. They weren't responding. So
Mm-hmm.
that in August, they said, okay, stop that. We're going to do a clinical trial. So there's a very promising clinical trial right now that they're working on getting FDA approval. And for most, it's like 51% people are getting total ratification of the cancer.
That's
For advanced melanoma,
amazing.
it is. And so I began the process of because it was a very long, drawn out, lots and lots and lots of tests. A lot of things had to be just right in order to be considered for that clinical trial.
Yeah.
And after all the baseline testing and everything, I'm just going to prop a squat here on the ground.
You're good. You're good.
I'm holding this and make it shaking. So I went through the process. So in the middle of these baseline tests, all the CAT scans, MRIs, the EKGs, like it's all extensive, like breathing tests. I wanted to make sure that I could breathe and just get the baseline of all of this. I live in Florida,
Yeah.
and we were in direct path of Hurricane Ian.
Turn your phone just a little bit, Joni, if you can. It's beautiful outside today. I just got back from paddleboarding, so I know the wind is picking up. So
Um, here, maybe I can try.
you're good. Sometimes it's just turned a little bit. So Joni has been fighting this battle, but she's also like been very attuned to making sure she cares for herself. And this journey has been really ongoing since you were 18.
Yes, my first diagnosis with cancer was with I was 18. Went through multiple surgeries. I did not do any treatments at that time, even though it had already metastasized to my lymph nodes. I was young, and the frontier for melanoma was kind of new. There is a standard of care that a lot of people don't respond to very well, that we still kind of have in our back pocket, and I'm in a position to where I get to choose, and that's why I'm very grateful. So the clinical trial that I was being seated for, I was seated. I literally was at the cancer center when there was emergency notices and everything about this hurricane that's coming in, and I literally packed packed my bags for overnight. My in-laws come and got the kids the day on that Monday. That I stayed the night. That Tuesday, I packed the bags, and I kind of just walked through my home. And not thinking much. We packed enough for maybe a week, 2 weeks at the most,
Right.
because it was it was summertime. It was October in Florida. We're looking at 80, 90-degree weather. So very little. It did, as a second thought, cover some of the more expensive items, with some garbage bags. And I'm grateful that I did. Like one of my kids' game systems, my Cricut maker, like my lifeline there. And I took, important papers with us, and I'm glad that I did. But make a long story short on the clinicals, you can trying to stay on track here. The part of the trial that I was going to be taking a part of used your own body's DNA to fight the cancer. So the tumor, infiltrate lymphites, tumor infiltrating lymphites, were then harvested. So I went through surgery the week after the hurricane. It took us 3 days to find a road that was passable enough, and it still wasn't passable. We did not get to drive into our home until a week after the hurricane. All the roads were flooded. They were washed out.
Right.
I live in a very rural, very country. Like, it's nothing but town around here. It's anyway. So it was several days before we got to come into the home, and then that week following the hurricane, I went and I had the surgery. They took out the tumors. They sent those tumors, and they also took my gallbladder out at that time because it wasn't working.
Right.
Which kind of explained a lot of things that
A lot of discomfort. Absolutely. I had that done too. It hurts.
And so they sent the tumors to the United Kingdom, and my DNA would not replicate. So I'm unclonable. I'm so excited about that because I'm one of a kind. I know for sure the scientific community has told me that my DNA cannot be cloned, because that was the whole purpose, is to take the tumor infiltrating lymphites and use them with immunotherapy, like supercharge. The way I explained it to my kids is they went in and they took the little soldiers that were doing their job and they sent them to school to super train them, and then they multiplied them, and then they would give them back to me. Well, that process meant that I was going to have to be in the hospital for like 2 months. I would have to stay near the cancer center, like within 30 minutes. I couldn't be much further away. And currently we're right at 2 hours away from the cancer center. So it was a little disheartening to find out that I couldn't proceed with that trial. However, I look at it good as I'm unclonable. I'm one of a kind. So I know that for sure. And then the second thing that I'm grateful for is they had taken the two largest tumors out by surgery.
Yay.
So right now at this moment, after it was told to me that I couldn't proceed with that trial, because they couldn't make the drug. It was a DNA specific drug. I am now participating in a phase 1 clinical trial, and I'm doing fairly well.
Okay.
I go in cycles of 3 weeks, every 3 weeks, and it's a combination of like last week I went and I get a dual drug, and I'll get flu-like symptoms
So
from it.
so you really don't feel like eating a lot of the time.
A lot of times, nausea, diarrhea, upset stomach, fatigue. It messes with your thyroid, so just yucky feeling.
Yeah.
However, had I not been as in good of health, like all my numbers, everything looks really great outside of, we've got a couple of, do apologize about all the noise. I tell you, it's crazy
No,
around
I
here.
don't even hear it.
Okay, good.
So how are you taking care of yourself, Joni? So, let's talk about that, right? You're going through this whole cancer journey. They couldn't do the first route. They've come up with another route for you. You get nauseated. You have all these horrible symptoms along the way. About every 3 weeks. How long do they last?
Usually I only have it about every 6 weeks is the weeks that are really hard.
Okay.
And I'm going to be completely honest. I only think that is because of the nutritional supplement that we both use. I've been using Thrive now for 2.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it has helped me maintain a nice healthy weight. My doctors would love, I want to put some more weight on. So we're packing in the protein. But my body absorbs the Thrive so well that my primary care doctor helped me, just saying, hey, no, we're on a good track. I'm really comfortable with where we are. So I'm managing, I'm making a stay on today. Sweaty. I needed the mood support.
Yeah.
But I'm maintaining. I'm not losing weight.
Right.
Um,
So
it,
is this your jam every morning?
no, I have to use the vegan. The
You have
reason
to what?
I have to use the vegan lifestyle
The
mix because
vegan one. Awesome. This one.
yes, because the vegan does not have the probiotics in it. That is the one thing that would counter my treatments. So my doctors and everybody, we leave everything on the table.
The wind's picked up, so I'm gonna let it die down. Okay. So what this is really fast, guys, this is vitamins, minerals, BCAAs. This is highly bioavailable. Her body is able to absorb it, and it doesn't have to think. Her body is already overthinking fighting off this cancer. So this allows her body some goodness to come into it every single morning. And then, like she said, this is the vegan lifestyle mix, which does not have the prebiotics in it, which slows down her healing. We don't want certain cells to reproduce, right? With cancer. So this is why her doctor, her oncologist is like, yes, let's do this. And then, like she said, the mood support from this DFT, I've got one on too. This is dermafusion technology, and it absorbs into her skin as she is, as we drink our water through the day. Are there some other things, Joni, that you have found extremely valuable for you to get through these days, that help keep you going, maybe on the days that even you can eat, that help you because your body is in an extremely depleted state fighting cancer?
I use quite a few of the Plus Line products.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love the collagen, like all the forms of the
Mm-hmm.
collagen that we have, because it helps with my hair growth and strengthening
Yes.
what hair I have, you know.
Your hair
I am on,
looks amazing to be going through cancer treatment.
I am going through immunotherapy, so it doesn't cause the hair loss that most people think.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do still experience, thinning. So I'm super excited about the new product. I've been using it for about 3 days now, and I don't know if you can
Hair,
see, but
skin, and nails. You got it.
yes. Oh
I'm
yeah, I
waiting for
ordered it the
mine.
same night that it launched because it promotes new growth, and I was like, thank you, Lavelle. Thank you. So I
Yeah.
use the gummies, I use the Pink Pro, I use the Skin peptide hair gel.
Mm-hmm.
I use CBD Skin line as well because of the CBD properties in it helps with breaking down melanomas, the outer ring capsule
Yeah.
of melanin. So I use those, all 3 steps,
Mm-hmm.
and the charcoal mask as well as the detox bar. And then I also drink, I have ooey,
Yeah.
usually on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Thirst, I
And
see.
ooey is an herbal energy drink. I just reordered mine and got mine. I actually, as soon as I got off the water, I grabbed my ooey and drank it because I knew it was going to, it just gives you that good, clean energy. And it's not that being jacked up from an energy drink. And
No, no,
it's
it's just nice. I can have one about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, about the time the kids are, getting home from school, and it's enough to take me through until my bedtime at 9 o'clock.
mhm,
And it's when a lot of people think, what, whenever I went through cancer treatments before I ever heard about Thrive, I literally was down for days. Like I would sleep all day. Like my body did not have any energy whatsoever. And the amount of times that I take a nap
mhm.
are rare. Maybe the week of treatment, I'll give myself that day, that next day, or possibly that second day afterwards. But we've got too much going on for me to be sleeping and not being able to get up with the kids and all the things.
Right.
So, um,
Guys, if you're coming on and you have questions, I see Gabriella here and Heather. Guys, if y'all have questions about what we're talking about, ask them and we'll answer them. And if you're catching us on replay, certainly drop us your questions because we'll come back and check this. Joni, a couple of other things. You also, this is an amazing opportunity. I mean, you're not able to work going through cancer treatment, but you have a valuable tool in your hand that we're talking on here. It's called a cell phone. And all of the people that you connect with, when you go to the hospitals, you're talking the highly bioavailable, what premium grade nutrition is and how it's different than and these raw grade nutraceuticals. Our bodies know what to do with them. So you are sharing this with people that you meet. And right now, this is the most amazing time. If you need like that extra, like just the gas money for you to go back and forth to Tampa is
yeah,
crazy. And you've got a huge family. So this helps bridge some gaps where you're not able to do some of the things that you would ordinarily do.
yeah.
Um, it's
Before
not,
having to, so the business opportunity, like whenever I was introduced to it, first of all, I noticed the difference in like just night and day in my health.
mhm,
So at the end of my first month thriving, and I won my first month supply. So I had not invested, and I was just like, okay, I promise I'll use it. I used it exactly, and I saw the difference. So I had ran out before my disability check come in, and I was like, I don't have the money to buy this,
mhm.
but I need this in my body and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So that's when I was talked to about the business opportunity because it's nothing there's no cost, there's no fees, there's no quota. I was super skeptical. I'd done the direct sales, I've done the peer-to-peer selling, network marketing. I've done multiple companies. And so I was like, I need I need something that I can really make some income
Mm-hmm.
with. I need some wiggle room, is what I called it at first. And that's what it did. So before I restarted this cancer journey, or this new leg of the cancer journey, it allowed me to put my kids into sports.
Yeah.
I mean, our bills were covered. Our bills were covered, but we had no wiggle room,
Mm-hmm.
no room for if a vehicle broke down. And so when the first, it was just absolutely amazing. When you at the second rank of the company, we get the auto bonus.
Yeah.
And when I first hit that rank and I got that auto bonus, literally our vehicle broke down the day before I got the payout for the bonus. And I was like, wow, it was just what I needed to fix our vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the double dipping. Like you can
Right.
have two promoter accounts in your household. So my husband has an account and I have an account. I work both of them.
Right.
Um, I work both of them,
Mm-hmm.
but he's all the time, hey, you are this, so, and
And
like right now with the
and the really
operating
cool thing,
room.
Joni, is right now we have all this bonus season going on, and you can like on top of your regular pay every Tuesday, which right, I've been out on the water and my paycheck dropped. How amazing is that, right?
Yeah,
But right now, it's like game on. I mean, when we're looking at, and we can't tell all the details here, but when you're looking at your, it's life changing money.
oh yeah,
Okay, we're
oh
talking
yeah,
about like, yeah, it's not it's not anything to sneeze at.
no,
It's your grocery bill for you and your family, right? Close to it.
close to it, right? Just depending on like, yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot to feed.
it
It's a lot to feed a
there
family
there
of your
is
size.
uh, right now to explain what it is to hit one of those bonuses. I mean, come on. We just had to throw away all of our stuff. We literally lost everything. And so this is giving us so many opportunities, so
Yeah.
much more than this wiggle room, you know, and more than just the money, and it being a side gig or a side hustle or even a mainstream of income. Like this
Hmm.
is one of my main focuses as the community,
Right.
the community during those really hard times when I couldn't work my business because it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot all at one time. And I had to step back for a minute. The community of support to rally around you and say, hey, I'm proud of you. You're hanging in there. But then when lifelong friends, like one of my college friends, when you see them radically change their life,
Hmm.
like to see your friends smile again and to be present and happy and having options as well. I'll never stop talking about that. Even when
Yes.
there was a couple of months when I couldn't take my Thrive because we had to figure out what was going on and if it was safe and which treatments and all. But that community, the community, those friends, those lifelong friends, and seeing and making a difference and an impact in other people's lives,
Right.
that's what means so much more than any kind of bonus opportunity because it's just, it's a way to give back that I never thought I could. It
Exactly.
turns into a purpose and a passion. Um, like you, I just I got start getting teary eyed and just the gratitude because most women most of the time you go to work and you work 9 to 5 and then you come home and you're just dragging and it's literally surviving living day in and day out and it's the same thing but we have options and to be
Hmm.
able to share those options it's just and I'm just sitting here thinking about my team and some of the women that and the men that have linked arms with me and just the changes in their lives. And
Yes.
that's why I won't stop sharing. I won't stop
Joni,
talking about it.
I'm holding this water bottle and an image just came back in my mind. And I think it was probably a little over a year ago. And you were like, you know what? I feel good and I am going to try to make a change. And you did. Because I think about all the moving, all the things that you're having to do with renewing your house. Do you remember you started out with a water bottle when you were trying to start working out?
Oh, no, no, no. I started out with a can of baked beans.
Kids and baked
One
beans.
time. Yeah. I I was like, I needed to do something because my arms, I kind of slacked off of it. I mean, it's my health
Your
has
energy
changed
goes.
every
But
lost an energy
Joni,
level, but
all the
I'm hitting 6,000 steps daily. Like a couple of weeks ago, I hit like 19,000 steps in one day, and like, okay, it literally was the week after treatment, and I'm consistently hitting my step count. I'm consistently moving my body, and other things, changes that nobody told me about, was my mental and my spiritual
mm-hmm,
health.
mm-hmm.
We've talked about our physical health, we've talked about our financial health, but my mental health, wow, I am so much better able to handle all of this and be present still and say, no, I get to choose how I want to feel, physically and mentally, and what I'm thinking. And then my spiritual journey, being able to wake up
Mm-hmm.
so quickly in the mornings. I set my alarm an hour earlier than I used to so that I have that hour for me, so
For
that I'm
you,
able
yes.
to dig into the word. And I'm not talking just read a devotion. I'm talking really
Dig.
dig in and understand, what does God have me here for? Because obviously there's a reason. And so being able to be alert and have the energy to do that, I often do 2 or 3 loads of laundry first thing in the morning while the kids are up and getting ready. And it's, most of my chores are done in that first part of the day. And it's like just that mental health piece that it's just, you think clear,
Yeah.
you're alert, you're ready to go, and just filled with passion and life,
And
it's
I've just so loved getting to know you and watch you on this journey of what, maybe 2.5 years now. And just to know where you started and where you are now just absolutely is astounding to me. And if you know someone that is currently or has in the past fought the battle of cancer, this is a valuable tool that I hear story after story after story pouring in, going, you know what? I took Thrive and the ingredients to my doctor, to my oncologist, and they're going, thumbs up. That's good stuff. Put it in your body. So,
Yeah,
so one,
absolutely, definitely take it to your doctor, because each
yeah,
person is different, each treatment is different.
absolutely.
Thrive has greatly increased my quality of life.
Yes.
Before I've walked the cancer journey without Thrive, and now I get to walk it again with Thrive, and the quality of life is just totally different.
Yeah.
Like the being able to balance the books and make sure everything's right, to have that mental clarity, the energy levels, the nutrition, to be able to maintain, because it's absolutely amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
It's just life changing.
And all of these people that you have talked to, and just even the way that this nutritional supplement called Thrive came into your life, is a godsend. 2 little kids fighting on the playground, or at the bus stop or something like that. And, just we've become best friends. And I just so value your journey and your friendship. And I appreciate you. And may God bless you as you guys get your home back. And maybe by summer you'll be back into it. And guys, if you want to know more information on how you can help Joni, reach out, because we have a GoFundMe going on that we've established quite a while back, and I know that it's filled in some gaps for you guys. We love
Oh
you.
yeah, it's always been God always gives us what we need, right when we need it. And as long as we're stewarding our health and we're taking care of ourselves, it's just a journey that can be life changing for you as well.
Yeah.
So
So we
reach out.
invite you to be good stewards of your bodies too. We're only given one opportunity, and the more we take care of ourselves, we're able to serve others better. Joni, God bless. Go
Thank you
go
for
get
having
your
me.
kiddos off the bus soon, right?
All right. Thanks.
Bye bye. Love you.
Love you.